Assalamu alaikum. Here we are on the first Ramadan with a short video. Just in time. It's almost midnight, but Ramadan, time flies. So here we are in Surat Nisaa, verse 94. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا ضربتم في سبيل الله فتبينوا ولا تقولوا لمن ألقى إليكم السلام لست مؤمنا تبتغون عرض الحياة الدنيا فعند الله مغانم كثيرة كذلك كنتم من قبل من الله عليكم فاتبينوا إن الله كان بما تعملون خبيرا. Now I am going to read to you a translation and give you a couple of things I differ with. Here we have Safir International, the meaning of Quran, English meanings and notes. Now, I've always loved this verse because it reminds me of myself, and I feel that I have a right to add something in here. So let me tell you what they translate, and then I tell you what I change a little bit, just a little bit. O you who have believed, when you go forth, in parentheses they put to fight, in the cause of Allah, investigate. And do not say to one who gives you a greeting of peace, you are not a believer, aspiring for the goods of worldly life. For with Allah there are many acquisitions. You yourselves were like that before. Then Allah conferred His favor upon you. So, investigate. Indeed, Allah is ever aware of what you do. Now, there's a lot of things I would translate differently, and perhaps it's because I'm coming from a position of when I was like this. Allah says, you were like that before. Yes, we were all like that before Allah brought us out of the darkness into the light. Do you know I'm not even going to hold this anymore? I'm just going to look at my writing, my notes, and I'll tell you what I feel the translation ought to be. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, of course, you who believe. إذ ضربتم في سبيل الله فتبينوا. When you go forth. Now they say to fight, but darabtum fi sabilillah, yes, that's most likely what they're talking about. But I prefer fatabayyanu. Tabayyanu means to clarify amongst yourselves what you're up to. Don't just go out and think people are going to understand or take you at face value. No, talk to them. Tell them, I am here to give dawah. And I was once, well, I was never a Catholic, but being supposedly Christian from America, it was quite different. وَلَا تَقُولُوا, and do not say, لِمَنْ أَلْقَى عَلَيْكُمُ السَّلَامِ, do not say to anyone who gives you a greeting of peace, لَسْتَ مُؤْمِنًا, you are not a believer. تَبْتَغُونَ عَرَضَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. Why would you say that to someone? That you are seeking something for yourself of this dunya. So what could that mean? I'll tell you. Why, when someone comes to you in peace and greets you with peace, you're going to say, you're not a believer? How do you know? Who really knows? Who really knows who's a believer? So many hypocrites. The majority, basically. Allah says they don't believe. Allah tells you in Quran, Most people don't believe. They hate the truth. They're not grateful. Now let's go on here. He's saying, Tabtaghun arad al-hayat ad-dunya. What would you want to say that these people are not of you to make sure that nobody could be suspecting that you might be with the other side? Allah says, فَعِنْدَ اللَّهِ مَغَانِمَ كَثِيرًا. Now, this gives you an idea because maghanim is spoils of war. So when this is translated as going forth to fight, yes, I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm saying I would prefer to say going forward for bayan. Bayan. Tabayan. That literally means to clarify. And then the last part is what makes me really believe that my translation's better. Because كَذَلِكَ كُنْتُم مِّن قَبْلُ. You were like that before. And then مَنَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ. Before Allah gave you مَنَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ, the gift of Islam. And then again, فَتَبَيَّنُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ خَبِيرًا. So clarify, because Allah is well aware of what you do. Now, we need many people to go forward and tabayan, because unfortunately, the dawah is sleeping. It really is. There's so many people now after the problem in Gaza that have been impressed by the Palestinians' behavior, their fortitude, their strength. It's made the American people, I can speak for my own people here, totally do a 180, is that what they say? Flip-flop. When before they hated the Arabs, they thought they were losers. And now here you see the Palestinians, indomitable spirit, refusal to bow. And they just move on and on and on because it's their land and they know they're in the right and they're trusting Allah to get it back for them. This has affected America. So that now the tables have really turned and people are beginning to see clearly. You know, we had a song when I was young. It went like this: I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. You can look that up on Google. It's a wonderful song, back when songs had a good meaning. I'm 77, remember, probably talking a half century ago, 50 years ago. I wish we could bring those times back. And maybe they will come back. But for the Palestinian people, I know the prayers are going forward for them, not just from the Muslims, of course all the Muslims, but I know that there are a lot of non-Muslims praying for them. And I can tell you, one of their biggest cheerleaders is my atheist brother. He posts such, I don't know what the word can be, vitriol. You know what that means? It's like poison. Against the criminals, the Zionists. He's often in Facebook prison. That means they block him for a while. They always let him out. Who lets him out? Allah lets him out. Now, how can he be an atheist and have his heart moved like that? He goes to every single protest there can be. Remember when they did them all in all the universities in New England? He was always at every one. So when it begins by saying, don't say to someone who brings you peace, lasta mu'minan, you're not a believer. Because I truly believe what is a believer? A believer is a person who knows that somewhere out there is a mighty power who wants the right, who demands justice. I think my brother is just still very angry that I left the tribe. I left my Irish tribe and now I wear funny clothes. He hates that. The clothes is really a big obstacle. When you do tabayyan, that's why I stopped wearing the niqab. I won't wear it in America because you can't. I mean, they just look at you like you're insane. So I have to wear colors, and sometimes I try to look a bit normal, but I always wear my skirts. I'm not going to do those jeans and T-shirts for anybody. But tabayyan, make it perfectly clear. I'm a Muslim, and there's only one power, and his name is not God. It's not Jesus. It's not Jehovah. It's not Krishna. It's not Yahweh. It's Allah. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum.